So when I first added this to my cart and saw what the price was gonna be, I thought I was getting scammed and I almost canceled the order. But if I did, I actually would have completely missed out on what I found with these. So first and foremost, I just want to hit the price because the price tends to throw people off. The price point was pretty incredible. I got a set of 250 pounds plus the 45-pound Olympic barbell. I got the Barbell Standard 2000, which basically indicates it'll handle up to 2,000 pounds of weight, which I'm gonna be getting nowhere near. But for that price point, I got the whole package. Came with some really awesome clips that I love, the safety clips, and they're not like the typical, standard ones where you just kind of pinch and squeeze. These ones actually looked really cool. It was not what I was expecting. But then it also came with free wrist wraps, which I actually love even better than the other pair that I have. So total for that was about $500. So a few months ago, I was moving from just using dumbbells and resistance bands to actually getting a barbell and some plates. It was just time to upgrade, and I was looking at all the different options, knowing I was gonna have to spend quite a bit of money, or at least so I thought. And the company Barbell Standard actually came up when I was searching for some of the best options for the price range that I had. Because here I'm an average dad just at home. I can't be going and spending like $1,000, $2,000 on some of the Rogue equipment, because some of the stuff is really nice, but it's super expensive and it's just not what I need. So I was looking for something a little bit more affordable, more economical, but still really good quality. And I found that in Barbell Standard. So I want to show you what I found. And I also want to give you the one company that I did avoid when I was actually comparing options with Barbell Standard. Really, like, the next best option was almost over $200 more than that. And it was mostly because of a massive shipping cost, which is what a lot of people find is shocking with Barbell Standard, because as far as I've seen, it's free shipping. Probably depending on where you're located, but I'm located here in the US. They're a US-based company. It's also US manufactured equipment, so it's free shipping. But even beyond that, it came in 3 days. I was shocked. I thought there was no way. Most of the other places that I was looking at, you're talking like well over $150, potentially even more, $200 just for shipping alone. So of course, that initially worried me, and I did some searching. There's not a lot out there on Barbell Standard, which is why I want to put this video out to let you know that Barbell Standard is a company you can trust. So the next best option that I was looking at was actually Cap equipment. Now, I don't know if you've ever ordered from Cap. I have, and I have regretted it. This bench that I'm sitting on is actually Cap, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's very low quality equipment. I've also got a bunch of dumbbells. There was a ton of problems, like concerning problems with Cap equipment, so I'd highly recommend not going that route. But that was the other option, and you're talking, I was only saving like $50. The equipment was lower quality, didn't look as nice in my opinion, and so it almost became a no-brainer. And once I did a little bit of looking around, I found out that the company really was honoring what they were saying that they were going to be doing, and that's why I ended up going with the purchase. So aesthetically, the plates and the barbell, the barbell looks sweet in my opinion, and the plates are looking super sick. They're the iron plates. I think they look great, just aesthetically on the bar. Not that that even matters, but I think they look really nice. The bar is really sleek. It's got 5 grips across the entire bar, which is absolutely really helpful. And as far as the feel, it feels great. This is obviously the only thing I have to compare to right now, although I have used equipment at gyms. But it feels solid, it's great. The grips feel good, the balance feels right as far as the barbell. And like I mentioned, I love the safety clips. They just add like a nice little touch. Now, as far as the balance of the plates, I don't mean to be a stickler at all, but if I was someone that wanted to get really picky, you could point out that there are some defects in the plates. I'll show you a couple images here so you can see what it looks like. On this one, you can see there's just a few little defects there, right there. A little bit on the edge, but you're talking incredibly minor. It doesn't affect me when I'm lifting at all by any means. So just the manufacturing is not like perfect, but from what I could see, until I started to really study the plates, I didn't even notice. Now, the other thing to consider is that too, the plates aren't perfectly balanced. I'll show you a clip here just where you put the plate on and it'll actually spin and rotate until it settles, which tells me that obviously the weight is slightly offset. But again, I'm not doing major like snatches or cleans or big Olympic lifts where a little, and I'm not lifting insanely heavy on those lifts, even if I was to do them. So that slight adjustment, that slight shifting in weight is not going to affect me. Now, if you're an Olympic lifter, you might want to be actually spending a lot more money to get really good equipment. But for 95% of people, this is going to be perfect. This is going to be like exactly what you need. But if you do grab these barbell and plates, you might actually need a program. So I would highly recommend checking out this video over here for a great program to actually use with this equipment. And as always, go get strong, but first just go give your kids a hug like I'm going to go do, because one's right over here, and I will see you over here on the next video.